Hey guys, and welcome back to Phil's Next Kick on YouTube. Today I'm going to try to do a review of this knife right here. It's the one I'm currently carrying. I got it from a flea market for $10. So I'm going to do a review on this, and I'm going to compare it with two other knives that I've carried recently. This one I got, and you can watch my knife collection video and see where I got these two from. But yeah, so let's get started. First, I'm going to kind of compare these two. But first, the things that I like about this knife. One, it was cheap. It's $10. It feels good in my hand. It's very easy to open. It has this knob, kind of a knob sticking out there. Just flips, spring assisted, easy to open. Very easy to close. The lock here keeps it locked in place really well, but it's very easy to push over and close one-handed. Even though the knife is pretty big, really easy to close. I have not yet sharpened this knife, but it's been plenty sharp for everything I've needed it for. I don't do a lot of really extreme cutting or anything, so for opening packages, cutting open other things, mail, whatever, small little things, it's been fine for what I've used it for. The screws seem to be in there well. Like I said, it's nice and heavy. It feels like I have a good knife in my hand. Things I don't like about this knife, I like what they tried to do with this, but it's plastic. I mean, it's just cheap plastic. It looks okay. It was one of the better looking knives that I found. There was another one that had wood. It was a different looking knife. It had wood in the handle part there. But the wood was two different colors, and I really didn't like that. So really, that's so far the only thing I don't like about this. The clip has stayed on really nice. Sits well in my pocket. It's been rubbing up against my keys and stuff, and I guess the fact that this is plastic is kind of good for that, because it hasn't really scratched it up any. See, it still looks good, and it's got a hole for like a lanyard type thing or something, and it had a little piece of leather through here. But the problem with that is when I drop it down in my pocket, you would kind of want that to be at the top part here, and it was down here on the bottom, so I just pulled it off. I didn't like it. So anyway, it's still really easy to open. It feels sharp enough, and let me just grab a piece of paper here. We'll try and see just how sharp it is. Like I said, I have not sharpened it, but it does cut. See if I can get it to focus on that. Focus on the paper. Okay, there we go. You can see it's not incredibly sharp, but like I said, I have not sharpened this knife. This is still exactly the way I bought it, so it's definitely not perfect. It can use some work sharpening, and I probably will sharpen it. You can see I've been using it. It's all dirty, but I will sharpen it and get it sharper eventually, but I just haven't done it yet. So overall, for $10, I really like it. I mean, it's done exactly what I need it to. And for just a nice pocket knife, it's been good. And I really like that I can close it one-handed. So yeah, I really like that knife. This is the knife that I was carrying before that, and I got it for Christmas as a dirty Santa type thing. I have not tried to break a windshield out with that. I did try to use the razor blade here to open something, and it didn't work very well. Let me get the paper back here and see if I can see it just it doesn't really do much. So that's kind of useless. As far as opening it one-handed, I mean, the clip's on there good. Opening it one-handed, you have to pinch right there and then push it with your thumb. So it works all right. And I haven't sharpened this one either. It was sharpened right after I got it, but it hasn't been sharpened since then. So, but it's still, if I can get the paper right. Let's see, let's go back to this, go to this edge. But, well, maybe it's not very sharp. Yeah, so basically this knife, not that great. I mean, it still feels sharp, but you can look at the blade and yeah, it needs to be sharpened. Closing it one-handed, no, it is easy. I have to use two hands on this one. So this knife, I'm not really that big of a fan of. It's okay if you just need something to open up packages or whatever. It works, but not as good as this one. And then let's compare it to this knife, which this one has been through a bit. I carried it for quite a while. It's missing a screw up here. Those screws are loose. It went through a scooter accident with me. So that's why it's all scuffed up. But this, I don't know how much this knife was. I got it as a gift. But it's a very nice knife. And this has not been sharpened in quite some time either. I'm going to grab a clean sheet of paper over here. Opening it one-handed, fairly easy. Not spring assisted. The blade, nice blade. You can see it's dirty. Still feels quite sharp. Hasn't been sharpened in quite some time. And yeah, still pretty sharp. It could use a new, better edge put on it, but yeah, still cuts just fine. Let's look at that edge there. Let's see. Yeah, pretty smooth. This is about as smooth as the current knife I'm carrying is cutting. So yeah, I feel like this blade would hold an edge better. Like I said, I haven't done a lot of thick cutting with this, so I don't know how well it will hold the edge. And I feel like this one will hold the edge better, like it's a higher quality steel in this knife. And then closing it one-handed, very easy. But I feel like this is also a little loose just from all the wear and tear that it's taken. This has been a very good knife, though. I really like this knife. But like I said, it's a much more expensive knife. So, and I'm not carrying it right now. It's kind of had its day. But overall, this knife, as far as my review, I really like it. I'm not going to give it a grade because I don't know what kind of a grade I would give. I guess I'd give it an A. It does what it needs to do. Good pocket knife. For 10 bucks, you kind of can't beat it. So guys, if you're at a flea market or something and you see a cheap knife and you think, oh, that's a piece of crap, I'm not going to pay $10 for that because it's just a piece of crap. You know, pick it up and feel it and open it up and just see if you like it, because chances are you might find something you really like. And this is, I mean, it's not American made or anything. It's stainless steel, hand forged in China, of course. Of course it's Chinese made, but gets the job done. 10 bucks. And a lot of times at these flea markets and stuff, you can kind of barter with these guys, and you might can even get it cheaper than that. So if you could get it for 7 or 8 bucks for a nice pocket knife, why the heck not? I mean, seriously, guys. If you like this video, consider giving me a like. I'm on a new camera right now, so it's a little bit different. If you want more videos, you can subscribe over in that area or down below. And I'll put some more videos right up in here for you to watch. So until next time, guys.